My name is Meky. I work with the World Bank. I'm one of the practice managers that cover East and Southern Africa, covering the education sector. As you may know, the World Bank is here. We potentially usually support governments. But what we do know, and I think this come out very clearly even recently, the importance of having innovative universities, technical institutions. And so there has to be a way to ensure not only are they able to develop innovation, but we're able to support them to develop students, PhDs, master students that can then go on to be either in government or in the private sector, but they can help think through some of these challenges. For the World Bank, this is critical, but we know for the government, it's critical. And so this is why we're very heavily involved, both in the skills development space, the higher education space, and the overall innovation space. And for Africa, it's critical. Almost, I think it's around about 40% of our support in skills and higher education is in the Africa region. I think it's important that we know the private sector has the forward look. They know where the innovations are. They know where the jobs are. They know what's going to happen. And so the important part is to make sure that the private sector is able to engage closely with the government so that they can work together in terms of developing these students. Private sectors also have their own institutions, and that's fine too. But in many cases, you do have public institutions. And so you want to make sure those public institutions are able to benefit from the knowledge and know-how of the private sector. It's critical, and it goes both ways. I think everyone has a role to play as we have a strategy. A lot of that is about ensuring women empowerment in many different ways. That could be basic education, secondary, higher in the private sector. In many cases, I think we have a couple of different arms. We have the arm where we're able to support knowledge generation. And many of this is, where is the frontier? And we can support there. In other cases, it's around financing. It's sitting with the counterparts, sitting with our governments to think through where do they want to go and how we can support them in that. I think everybody wants the best for their country. They want development. They want women empowerment. So it's just how can we help them meet their agenda? And I have not seen yet a place where they say, no, this isn't what I want. So it really is just working with people. And usually it's coming to conferences like this. And we're so happy that Morocco was able to host us and this institution could host us to bring people together to continue that conversation. From what I'm hearing, and I'm reasonably new to this initiative, but this has been phenomenal. I understand, just this place itself and being able to host this is amazing. The fact that they're supporting scholarships for African students to go on and become innovators and leaders in their country. Bringing together their own intellectuals to help think through some of these issues. This is exactly what you would want. It's very kind of Morocco to do that. And I think everyone is incredibly appreciative of it. I don't think that, the World Bank does have kind of its goals around poverty alleviation, but the point isn't for us to have our vision. It is that governments have their vision, countries have their vision, and it's to support them to meet that around addressing inequity, around economic growth, around development for themselves. And these are decisions that have to be made by the governments themselves. But our goal and our hope is to help them with that. And that's things like RCEP, which is about helping develop generation of scholars, helping institutions become innovators. All of these are critical, one pieces of the pie to ensure government has exactly, our country has what it needs to be able to move forward.